I was hoping for 2024 to be one of the best years ever for me, but instead, I completely broke down. I covered a lot of true crime stories over the last 5 years, but nothing really prepared me for the last 4 months. Um, it started back in September. Actually, it really started for a while now, but in September was kind of rearing its head. And I feel like I need to tell you guys this. I know for some of you, you've been wondering, and I guess it's time for me to come on, and I feel okay to come back on now. I'll talk a little bit more about it in a minute, about more of the stuff. Anyways, September kind of came to a head. Things were happening. My son had some medical issues I had to tend to, and it was 45 days of a little traumatic for both of us. So we were figuring that out, and I had health issues. My mom ended up in the hospital. My dad ended up in the hospital, and that was just September. And then October came around, and I had a really creepy experience in a coffee shop. And um it had to do with a guy. And something happened 2 days before that with my son in a different circumstance, and it just kept piling up one thing after another. I'll put another video up explaining what happened that day, because it's going to be longer than what this video would be. So I'll describe it to you guys and let you know what happened, and it's something in me changed for sure. From that, because I was so spooked out, and with everything happening with my little boy and myself, I started getting, I shouldn't say start, I had health issues, but it was getting worse. And then with that on top, with this creepy encounter, I ended up in bed. And I couldn't bring myself to come online to talk about murder because I was going through so much. I know you could probably relate. How many of you, let me know in the comments, you watch true crime and sometimes you just can't handle it. So, or you're going through stuff. So I was going through these things, and every time I would go to create a video or script or whatever, something would happen. Just life or a phone call or something, and just like, what is going on? So I'm going through these things. I'm waiting for doctors to call me back to help me with my little boy, and I was on the phone a lot for 45 days straight. It was quite traumatic. In the meantime, all these other things kept happening. November, I started to feel a little bit better. Things were starting to get underway. November, I started to feel a little bit better, and I went to go online to start again, and more hell broke loose. So basically, like I was saying, things just kept escalating. I would go try to do something, and everything that I was doing wasn't working. Everything that was happening, I was getting sideswiped, I guess. December, I ended up in bed all month. I was very, very, very sick. And for those who know me, I'm pretty like get up at 5:30 in the morning, go till midnight, or 10 o'clock or 10:30 or whatever, and then rinse and repeat. But in December, I got very sick. I don't know what I had. I rarely get sick, but my son and I were in bed for full 7 days with him, and then he got better and I didn't. So for the whole month of December, I was sick, and then going to January. And then, hang on. Christmas Day came. At Christmas night, I received a message from a really good friend saying Merry Christmas. I wasn't feeling very good. And so I said, I'll just message him back. He was a friend of 30 years and he died the next day. Hang on. I thought I could handle it. I can't. My friend died tragically the next day, and I didn't get to say goodbye to him. I didn't even wish him Merry Christmas because I was so sick. I thought I would just feel better and then message him. We were supposed to go for lunch, but I wasn't feeling good. Things weren't happening. Um, our schedules didn't line up, and he didn't have his funeral until almost 2 weeks ago. So I felt like I couldn't come back in the new year because I was anticipating his funeral. And sorry, he's a really good friend. So on top of everything that was happening, one more thing happened, and I just couldn't bring myself to come back and talk about some gruesome stuff when my whole life was not good, and I wasn't good in fall. I'm mentally better now, but in fall I was not good, especially with the whole creepy thing and my son and all these things happening. And I'm sure there's more that happened. There is more that happened, but I don't want to talk about it on here. Basically, I was running on empty, and I just sort of just let go of everything because obviously I believe in signs, and things just kept getting worse and worse. And if I didn't stop, it was going to get worse. So I stopped. I stopped working. I stopped doing anything. I kind of just went by gut. What do I feel like I need to do today and get it done? That came with some financial setbacks, let's just say. And right before I stopped, it was costing me more to produce a video than I was making, which is kind of scary in itself. So currently, that's how it is. I did in November, when I started to feel a little bit better, I did have an opportunity to go on set. Oddly, it was a true crime show with Melissa McCarthy and Clive Owen, and it's coming out in fall. And I was only on set for 2 days, and I got to be a reporter. And so you'll probably see me in 2 scenes. But that's when I started to feel a little bit better, and then the hits kept coming. So anyway, I've been going through a lot, and I'm lucky to have some support. In the beginning, I didn't have a lot, but I've been reaching out, and that I didn't even look at my emails until recently. So I started seeing some emails, but even that I couldn't handle. So for those of you who reached out, thank you. I do want to give a shout out to Chris McDonough and his wife Karen, because they actually reached out to me a couple weeks ago, and we had a little bit of a Zoom call, and they were great support. I know it's weird for me not to be on, and I know it's weird that I'm not pumping stuff out, but I don't want to pump it out anymore. I feel like sometimes true crime's getting a little bit gross. Not all, but a little bit. I came on to It's a Crime 5 years ago so that I could help. I didn't even know I had these gifts of seeing things and patterns, but I did, and grew really quickly. And then with that, I thought I would have to be better, get better. So then perfectionistic ways happen. I had to strive and script and hire people and do all these things, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that I just needed to step back in order to move forward. So for those of you who are sticking around, thank you. And if you are still watching this, thank you. Here's also why I'm back. It's not just because I miss you, because I do miss you guys. And I miss my community really a lot. I love content creation. I'm back too because I want Lori to go down. Lori Daybell still has to go for Charles, and you know how much we care about Charles. And Brandon Boudreau. So I want to see this through the end. Does that mean I'm going to make content every single day? No, but maybe it's just going to be like this, just record and not worry about how good it looks or any of that. I'm just going to take it slow. And I still have days where it's hard. I'm having a really hard time with my friend dying. He's an amazing person. And I kind of was thinking about when I was at his funeral, which was beautiful, by the way. There was 200 to 300 people that showed up because he's impacted many, many lives. Anyway, I even have signs from him, and for those of you who are the OGs, know that I do believe in signs, and I have been seeing signs for him, so I feel comfortable. I wish I had Kleenex with me. This is ridiculous. I have a rag that I clean my camera. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I still have days that are hard, but I'm mentally better. I'm in a better spot, but I'm listening. I'm not pushing. I've had 3 weeks off, minus this break. I've had 3 weeks off, including weekends, in 5 years. So it was just not sustainable. And I really do appreciate those of you who care and are starting to wonder what's going on. I only now feel okay to get on camera. And to be honest, I was kind of embarrassed. Just stupid. But I was kind of embarrassed, like, why can't I handle this? Why can't I do this? What am I going to do? Am I going to lose my house? What am I, like this constant thing. And I just said, that's enough. It's enough. Just take it day by day and explore some things and see what I can do. So this is where I'm at. Thank you for listening to me. I want to make a difference. This is why I've done true crime. I don't want to be entertaining. Not meaning that I like to joke and I love those kinds of things and make fun of Lori Daybell, who doesn't. I mean, exploit these cases like a shit show. I don't want to do that. So I'll be back. I'm gonna do that next video where I explain what happened. I think it's important for me to explain what happened for safety reasons for you guys, and also awareness of what's going on, and also how I had to live in fear because nothing was done about it. So there's that. I disappeared for 4 months and I was terrified to come back. And something happened that changed me, and I need to talk about it. Let me know for you guys if you've ever had times in your life where it was just you got to throw your hands up and that's it. Let me know below. Let's share. If you don't have anybody to talk to, put that out there too. I should take my own advice, but I didn't want you guys to. I don't know. I was just embarrassed. Just felt like I should be able to handle it. Most of you know I'm a single mom. I went through, it's been 2.5 years, but in the space of 1 month, my dad almost died. I was going through divorce and I had to move and all that. So I'm just trying to figure things out. If I've learned anything over the past few months, it's that even in the darkest times, there's a way forward. Maybe not at the moment, maybe not the next day, but eventually there's a way. And sometimes you just have to step back in order to move forward. And if you're struggling too, I get it. And I almost let fear win, almost, but I do love what I do. And I love this community. It's hard to walk away and I don't quit. So it was one of those things that, oh my God, I'm quitting. I don't want to quit. So I want to thank you. Thank you for caring. Thank you for reaching out. Some of you, if you've emailed me and I haven't, I really, I'm just starting to go through emails because I just couldn't handle it. And now I feel like after everything's happened and the funeral's finished, I feel like I can get back to normal, whatever normal looks like. You might not see these polished videos anymore where I'm sitting in front. I mean, I still sit in front of my bookcase, but it just might not be edited and this and that, or I'm just not going to push myself. I can't pressure myself. So you might have these raw videos and maybe I ramble and I don't edit. I'll edit some of this out, but you know what I mean? Just know that. And just know that I think about you guys, even though I'm not doing content, or I haven't done content. I don't even know what's going on in the world, to be honest. I did look up like a couple weeks ago Lori's trial. I think is end of February, but I don't even know if that's still true. I haven't I haven't caught up on anything. I have no idea what's going on in the true crime world. I just know mine looked like a crime show, pretty much. And it just kept going. Anyways, thank you so much. I love you guys. And I hope to see you soon. Take care.